kindly give us a brief introduction to yourself?
My name is Tej Bedi. I'm the chairman of KITOS, which is Kenya IT and Outsourcing Services. I do a couple of other things. I'm a council member of a local university. I'm a director at KTDC. Then I run a company called Cambridge Africa, which deals in consulting, training in the BPO IT space and IT services management.
What exactly is KITOS?
KITOS is a body that we kind of inherited from the former BPO society, which I came in as the chair last year, but we decided that it's not enough just to cater for the BPO industry. So hence we said, let's look at the IT industry as well, because obviously Kenya is known nowadays for its IT talent, and KITOS really now is BPO and IT. So really that's what we stand for.
What are your objectives?
Objectives really for KITOS, marketing being the first one for all our members. Second is public-private partnerships. I think there's a lot to learn from government, and then there's a lot to learn from private sector. Especially this year's budget, we've been involved to try and help our SMEs to see what can be done. And I think a couple of points which are important, which we've passed on, some of the bills that need to come on are very critical for some of the data protection laws that we have. And those are critical, and that's how we work with government to help them. And some of the institutions have been very helpful for us, like the Kenya ICT Board have been really instrumental for us. The Prime Minister's Council on Outsourcing have been very, very helpful. Kenya EPZA. So again, those are the institutions we're working with. We're working with government to see that we help in policy making. Governments are good in what they do, but they need help because this is a new economy. And you got to realize that Kenya has been an agro-based economy, and really it'll take us a while before we get over that. And yes, by far, tea, coffee is our #1 export. But what's going to happen 5 years from now? Yes, oil's there, but our knowledge economy is really critical. So those are some of the things that we'll be looking at. We want to improve our business environment, make conducive business environment, ensure that all the towns have the fiber. We are trying to help with associations like TESPOC to ensure that BPO industries, IT industries are well looked after. Improving standards, that's another thing that we want to go into, process excellence. And that's something that KITOS will assist industry, will bring in the standards, ensuring that we are world class. Mentorship programs, I think that's something, and I think that's where Kuza Biashara will be very critical.
Do you think Kenya is ready?
I think if you asked me the question 10 years ago, I would have said yes, we are ready. And I think naively we were probably not ready. And I think as the knowledge-based economy, as the outsourcing comes, I think we are more ready today than we were quite some time back. We have 4 cable systems that have come into Kenya. We have our infrastructure is improving. I mean, go through town, Nairobi town, and go to other towns as well. Look at the infrastructure, look at the buildings, the roads. We're definitely, I think, getting ready for the world business. We have 24% of our GDP is ICT driven. 66% of people in Kenya are using mobile phones. So we're definitely ready. I think it's a matter of time when really, we pick up. If you look at, I think some of the big things that have happened to Kenya, Airtel coming with their head office in Kenya, HP coming in, all these big brands, IBM putting a lot of infrastructure here, that means a lot for Kenya. And now, how will that help the Kenyan wananchi? It's really, one is we are creating jobs. There are jobs available today. Maybe not enough. I think, in my opinion, unemployment is still very high, and that will affect our other, things like our security. So we need to be better employed. We need to be having students that come out of universities more trained, ready for really getting into employment. So is Kenya ready? I think we will never say we're 100% ready, but I think a lot has happened. We are known for our mobile apps, we're known for M-Pesa. Those are things that you hear every day now, but those are critical points. You've got new things coming up in Kenya. You've got the iHubs, you've got the NILabs. Those are things that are helping Kenya, the youngster, the person on the street who wants to be part of this knowledge economy, who loves his mobile phone, who loves a bit of JavaScripting, you know, that's the person that is going to be the future king. He's going to be the person who's going to control the knowledge economy. Now, and that's going to help our SMEs. So how do the SMEs benefit from this? You know, I think that's the next thing that we put on the table.
Who stands to benefit from this knowledge?
So really, we've got a lot of other industries that will benefit from the knowledge economy. Today, the banking industry has revolutionized. In our lifetime, we could have never said mobile money. Today, every bank that is not able to transfer from their accounts to your mobile cash, to your M-Pesa or your Airtel money, is really not going to be in business. So it's helped them. Now, it's going to help tourism. It's going to help the transport industry when we have more IT companies here. We've got new businesses that have come up. People that are laying fiber, people that are helping. Kuza Biashara being here for the last 1 year, doing absolutely phenomenal things. So those are now the new industries that are coming up. People like, you know, the iHubs, and all these are helping build our knowledge economy.
What is in it for SMEs?
I think SMEs are in an absolutely fabulous time. But I think the challenge for them is to really understand what is good for them. You know, technology is very exciting. As I was younger, we all wanted to do this and that. But how do I improve my business? How do I use social media for benefiting to my SME? I think those are great things. They have a lot in there that they can actually use. You know, you've got cheaper calls today. You've got more ability to get on the internet. You've got mobile operators that have 3G, HSDPA. You know, the speeds are getting faster. So really, what was happening 10 years ago, where we had no internet, we had a challenge for SMEs to get on the internet. It's going. There is fiber to the home. We've got people like Zuku, we've got people like Jami putting in fiber to the homes. It's improving. So SMEs now need to look at more a Pan-African view. They can't just look at Kenya, and I think the opportunity comes for them right now. But again, you need people like Kuza Biashara that are going to help them. You need other people who are going to help them move on to use this technology. I think it's critical.
What is your perspective of Kuza Biashara?
Phenomenal is my word that comes to me, and I think, you know, we need more, you know, companies that are innovative to help the SMEs. I think SMEs are the future. That's where the innovation will come in. That's where the GDP growth will come in. If you look at statistics, I think more than 50% of the GDP comes from SMEs. I stand to be corrected. It might even be more. But again, you've got the corporates, but you've got the SME. But the bulk of the growth in this economy will be SME. And where will the innovation come from? It has to be from the SME. That's only SME. But if you look at the talent that we have, that has to be driven with the SMEs. Now, Kuza Biashara, in all those towns, you know, you're out there with a great network. You're able to convert the SMEs to know what the knowledge economy is. And I think that's where they'll do very well.